Hey everybody, Jim Edwards here, and welcome to the Sales Copywriting and Content Marketing Hacks Podcast. This is episode number 143. Very good, Stu. Episode number 143, and we have an exciting topic for you that is going to be transformational no matter when you listen to this. But if you happen to be listening to this towards the end of the year, or towards the end of a quarter, or towards the end of a fiscal year, or towards the end of a planning cycle, this could be even more transformational than our normal episodes are. Stu, what are we talking about today?
All right, Jim, 2021 is almost in the books. And so a year in review first, and discussing some foresight of 2022 business trends, type of things to be looking out for. So you and I are going to discuss some opportunities we have taken and missed in 2021, as well as some things to look for in 2022. So if you're an entrepreneur and you need to set your mind on tackling some of the new trends, as well as never losing sight of the old school methods that will always work for sales copy and content marketing, listen to this show for the next half hour.
Wow, that was pretty good. That didn't sound prepared at all.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just kidding. All right. So where do you want to start?
Well, year in review. Let's start there. Like what,
Okay.
If you look at the beginning of 2021, we were coming out of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, hey, everything's good. This vaccine's coming. It's gonna be, we're gonna kick it. And you were planning gym boat stuff, being a little more optimistic, and then, unfortunately,
The polecat variant came out.
Yeah, it just all kinds of things just cause well-intentioned plans to change and shift.
Right.
So what that means is, once again, in 2022, I think the key word is flexibility.
Yeah.
Right? If you're planning something in person, make sure you have a virtual backup plan.
Yeah.
Right? That thing is going to also allow you to go virtual. Right? So, in fact, that's something I did this year. Is all of my presentations that I give. Sometimes I'll give the same presentation multiple times to different groups in the year, especially at the Naval Academy. I'll get a whole class of people that I'm presenting to. Same presentation, just nothing really changes. And I made it a video. So I just walked right through it, made it a video, because there was one segment. They were in a lockdown early 2021. Yeah, early 2021 before vaccinations came out. And I had to do it online and with a video. So just little things like that. If you're going to do it in person like you normally would, just have a video option for people to do, or a live streaming option for people to be a part of as well.
Yeah. Looking back on this year, a few things stand out to me. Yes, I thought, okay, man, we did it. We got through it, and everything's gonna be cool. And then it didn't happen. In fact, it regressed. We got some hope. It was like the classic frickin' hero's journey, if you really think about it. All right, we were here, and we thought that if this is 2019. Okay. No, this is like bam. This is March of 20. We get down here. This is I don't know. This is like July of 20. It's then things start coming back up, and then they hit us again. And then it's like, okay, now we're good, and we're almost transformed. Bam! Now we're on the downswing again. I mean, this is kind of like the nonstop hero's journey. But so what we were going to do and what we ended up doing did not really pan out. And what I'm excited about, though, is that we figured out how to use the technology that everybody was taking for granted. We figured out how to use it in a much more effective way. So like Zoom, we got good at Zoom from the standpoint of doing workshops, things like breakout rooms, that kind of stuff. But then we also got really good with just interacting with people in a more meaningful way. Like you would have, even more so than you would actually get an opportunity if you were at a live event. Because we went and, you know, I did a workshop for, I think there were like 800 people in the room. So there was really no way to get individual feedback and attention with people, but we figured out how using Streamyard or Zoom or, you know, even just Vimeo, where we're able to broadcast directly to pages now and have people be able to chat, and it's much better than what GoToWebinar was allowing us to do. So it forced us to get better at interaction. And really, I think that's what people are craving is feelings of connection. Because yes, it sucks when stuff's going on with the being locked down or not being locked down, or do you have a mask mandate, or do you need to have this to be able to go here, or do you have to stand in line? Do you have to separate from everybody? And in the end, I mean, even for a grizzled person such as myself, in the end, you just want that connection with people. You want to feel like you're making a difference. You want to feel like you're getting some attention. And the more we figured out how to create that online using the tools at our disposal, or being able to do things with tools you didn't even think to use. Like this forced us to figure out, you know, we've been using Vimeo for forever to replay our stuff, but then we realized that Vimeo had a live component, or when they came out with the live component, we said, you know what? This would make life so much easier for people to be able to consume our stuff and do classes instead of making people sign up for a GoToMeeting or GoToWebinar. It's like, look, just show up in the membership site on this page. I'll be here live and there'll be chat, and it really is live. And then it makes Susan's life easier, because as soon as we're done with the recording's done. And it's like, it's already posted. So we've gotten more efficient this year. But I think the biggest thing is the interactivity and the connection, and figuring out ways to have that without having to get on a plane or without having to go meet at a place. And the people who are really doing well are the ones who are figuring out how to make this work. Because, go ahead, you were going to say something. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, figuring out how to make that work, what that does for you and your business is you can now communicate with people with answers to the very issues that we're all having, right? Whether, like for me, it's like the gyms are closed or the pools are closed, and, you know, what are you going to do in place of that? How do you build a home gym? You know, what are the 5 pieces of equipment I need to do that? You know, all of those little things were great sources of content. And they were not just content. They were answers to people's needs and questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was you, they felt like you actually cared. The other thing that I think we discovered, and I think everybody needs to really take into consideration in the next year, is the F word. Now, a lot of people have been getting really free and clear with the F word. And me personally, I think that we need to be careful about thinking that it's okay to use the F word but I think it's important that we do, because people are sick and tired of everything being so serious. And if you can make stuff fun for people, that F word, what were y'all thinking? Okay, no, fun.
Yeah, sure.
If you can make stuff fun, people have enough stress in their lives. People have enough problems in their lives. A buddy of mine, Liz Benny, she coaches people on how to use social media and stuff. She's really, really good at it. She's really good at it. But she is making fun a condition of doing business with her. She's forcing people to inject fun into their business, whatever it is, because everything is just too serious. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I want to create this obstacle course out there, is because I want to have some fun. I want to create something where it feels like working out is playing, instead of, you know, just another thing I got to get done in my stressful day. Not to say I don't like it, but if I could go run around in the woods and do pull-ups, but it was like climbing monkey bars or something, to me, that would be a lot more fun than just, hey, I got to knock out these things here on my home gym by myself.
Oh, so much fun.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So this now is we're focused on the interactivity. We're focused on the feedback stuff. And we're trying to increase that anywhere in any way we can. But now we're also adding trying to see if we can add the fun component. That's why we're looking at gamification, the feeling of accomplishment, the rewarding people for taking action in their own best interest. That's why I would say, you know, the most effective content follows the E3 model. You got to educate. I can't spell it. Look how I'm spelling educate. Educate. You got to educate. You got to entertain. And you got to empower. If you don't do all three of those, then people are going to move on to somebody else. If it's not entertaining, if it's boring, they got lots of other channels to tune into. Yeah, you can educate somebody, but if you don't give them something that they can use right away, they just go on to something else. So, but fun, really, really going to be important this year. Making stuff fun. That doesn't mean you're not serious. It doesn't mean you don't have a serious intent, but that doesn't mean you can't have a good time.
Yeah.
People learn better when they're having fun.
You know, one way I try to do that, Jim?
How?
Is making dance videos on TikTok. No, just kidding. I don't do that.
You should.
Yeah, would be funny. I don't know about fun. But no, I have been trying to stay in tune because I kind of have a younger audience and they're very social media savvy.
Mm-hmm.
So understanding memes and the latest one, because you don't just want to throw an old meme from 2 years ago up there, you know, like people are going to look at you like, what are you doing? You're old, right? So I have been focusing on learning some memology.
Okay.
I guess that's a word now.
Drop it on me. Teach me something.
And just focusing on the latest trends. And there's a couple of apps out there. I think that's called Mematic.
Okay.
Mematic. And you can go there and you can see what they'll do is they'll post templates of the latest and hottest memes and the most popular memes to make your own memes out of.
Is that an app on your phone?
Yeah, Mematic. Yeah, MEMEAT. That's how you spell it. Mematic.
Okay, I'm gonna go get that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So if you're trying to be somewhat savvy online with your social media posts, that's a good tool to have. And usually you can make them and just insert them right into certain social media platforms like Instagram, things like that.
Is it the big orange M?
Yep.
Mematic?
Yep,
okay.
that's her.
Wow, it's got 138,000 5-star reviews.
It's
Dang.
really good. It's really good. You can make any meme you want out of there. Like whether it's like you can do a headline meme, like it's a newsreel. You can do, you know, just funny.
Did you upgrade to Pro, or are you using the free version?
Yeah, I'm on the free version still. I've never
really?
Pro. I mean, you can do a whole lot more templates with the Pro version that I've never done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I use that one. In fact, I posted a fun one today. I sent it to you. The ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to inform you that today is Mobility Day. And it was just this picture of this frog in a suit saying it. Evidently, Colonel Toad is pretty popular out there.
Okay. All right.
It's just really funny. So
well,
anyway,
I need to pay attention to that, because I've been told that my memes are amazing, but my pictures need to be updated. So nice.
So that's just one of so many different things. Let's see other trends. Let me think of. You know, we talked about this one earlier. There's another app called Wisdom, and it's not the Wisdom app that gives you daily wisdom.
Yeah.
Another app called Wisdom, and it allows you to do a podcast, and people can phone in and be on your live stream phone ins.
Okay.
So that's another thing, kind of going old school here. You know, bringing back the actual phone calls. You know, somebody can call in, which I think would be useful as maybe as a guest versus a random person calling in, because I think text is plenty easy enough to be able to, you know, be a part of someone's show. Because I do a live Q&A every week, and people just text it in, you know, using Streamyard.
Right. And well, in Streamyard, you can let people come on.
Oh, yeah.
In Streamyard, you give them the link and let them come in. It's Mematic. Anna is the name of it. Mematic.
Written right behind Jim's head.
Yeah. So, you know, it's interesting. All that's old is new again.
Yes.
I still have equipment sitting in my closet. I mean, I had a whole mixer, like a mixer like they have in recording studios, and a physical voice changer. I had a thing, I don't remember what it was called, but it was this black box that you hooked up your phone to, and then it hooked into your microphone that then hooked in through your USB into your thing. And I mean, that was whack. I was piping people in on the phone to webinars and stuff 15 years ago.
Nice.
But now it's like, hey, a call-in show. Holy crap! What, a call-in show? What? It's an amazing innovation. Incredible. On the internet. Holy crap! There's an app for that. You know, it used to be called the phone. Like you went, hello, hey, you're on with Jim. What's up? They're like, hey, Jim. Blah 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 blah. And it's like, wow, they're on the phone. It's like now with the phone, you can be on the phone. Holy crap! It's amazing. But no, that whole format though, like the call-in show. How many people actually do a call-in type show? We used to do call-in shows all the time, and now it's like, oh well, you're limited to just the text. Stay away. But what I'm seeing is, again, back to fun and interactive. Maybe you let people come on. The cool thing is you can preview them down in the thing. So if they're wearing a hockey mask and holding a bloody hatchet, you don't let them on, or you might. You know, it's up to you.
You can turn them off.
Yeah,
real easy.
I turn people off real easy, Stu.
No, I'm just thinking, you know, having a phone-in guest might be a great way to test it out.
Sure.
You know, and you know, just a real quick interview, like, hey, this is what we're talking about. What do you think of this? Right.
Right.
He don't have to like stay there for the whole hour. He's just there for 5 minutes.
This would also be a good way to do ambush interviews, like just call up your friends and harass them on the phone in front of a whole bunch of people.
That would be funny. Yeah.
I think differently. See, we could call Alden right now and wake him up because it's probably not even out of bed yet, and be like, hey, man, what do you think? What are you guys doing? What do you want? So that would be fun. All right, cool. Well, I mean, the big trends for me, I see just, if you wanted to summarize it based on, you know, I don't want to get into political stuff and other things like that, is there's an old saying that I'm going to paraphrase badly. Grow and blossom where you're planted. We all are operating under the same kind of set of rules. We all got the same 24 hours in the day. We all got the same challenges as far as what's going on in the world. But you got a choice to either sit on the pity pot or go, you know what? I'm going to make the absolute best of the situation that I'm in, create opportunity for people, have fun, educate, entertain, empower, interact, and help people get results. And wherever and however I'm called to serve, at a minimum, you're going to have a lot more fun and have a lot more satisfaction. And it's really hard to be bummed out and depressed when you're making your life and other people's lives a lot better and having fun in the process.
Very true. I would like to end it on that, but I have one more thing.
Okay.
That was a great closing. That was a great closing. But here's my to-do list for you guys. Right?
Okay.
Since we are getting better at this virtual entertainment education world, right?
Mm-hmm.
You should work on your backdrop. What's behind you? Like, I just put a bookcase behind me, and you know, this is the middle of my room. So I am focusing on changing my office to be able to do better podcasts and even have it silent. So when my dog barks upstairs, it'll be in its own separate room. So yeah, I am really upgrading to be a better podcaster with a better background in the back.
I think that's I think that's a tremendous thing to tell everybody to do. I think that is absolutely critical. And I see people that are, I see people that are killing their message by the credibility of their background, if that makes sense.
Oh, sure.
You don't, it's kind of like, I remember I had a guy hit me up in a gas station one time. He was driving like an old Datsun something or other that was rusted out, that had magnetic things on the side that said, like, you know, something, whatever the MLM was, we create millionaires. And he's like coming up to me, handing me a card saying, hey man, we're looking for leaders. And I'm looking like, dude, for real? And that, again, something that we all need to be conscious of, what's going on behind us. And it can be just as easy if you don't have a cool background or something. Right now is a great time to go down to the fabric store, go look in the bargain bin, find yourself a good, solid colored piece of either black or off-white or something, some kind of something that you can hang behind you just to have a decent background, or get in front of a bookcase or do something. But that's great advice. Absolutely.
Yeah. And you got this new screen background I really like, the Jim and Stu show thing. What is that called? Is that just like a Zoom background, or no?
Yeah. Interestingly enough, while Nancy was sick and I did a thing with a symposium with my buddy Christopher Voss. He had this really cool background thing, and we had one of these done for Funnel Fridays or Monday Madness. Anyway, I thought it was really cool, but had no idea how to get them done. Nancy was sick, couldn't have her do it. And so Christopher's guy named Leslie, cool dude, he said, hey, I made you this. He made us this. He just made this for you and me. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing, man. Can I get you to do some other ones for me? So he does great work. And he made it. And the cool thing is just putting that in there totally transforms the perceived value, in my opinion, of your StreamYard.
Yeah.
You can't do this on Zoom. I wish you could, or maybe you can. I just don't know how.
Yeah.
But it transforms the quality of what you're doing.
Yeah.
So,
What is that called in StreamYard? Is that a wrap or something, or?
It's under the brand section and it's a background.
Oh, cool.
So you can load the background. So he did like one for Dexter and my show, your show and mine, one for Dean and me. So, you know, did a really great job.
Wow.
And I can put his, I'll tag him once we're done. I'll tag him in here so everybody can check it out. So
that's awesome.
All right.
Like that seems like a must-have as well. Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, somebody asked me a real quick question about Daryl Hill in Annapolis. Yes, I know him. Know him very well. So just didn't want to ignore you back there.
All right, everybody. Well, that was fun. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, Happy Holidays. And if you're just a grumpy fart that doesn't want to do anything, well, then sit there in your own pity pot while the rest of us are having a great time and being festive with those we love. And we will look forward to seeing you next week. We're doing this next week, right?
I'm here
for the final Jim and Stu show, the final podcast
of 2021.
Don't say that. That you hook people, man. That was one of my most opened emails ever. When I did, this is the last issue, and then they opened it up as like for 2006, and that was a great opener, man. So
another classic.
That works really, really well. Anyway, appreciate y'all. Everybody have a happy holiday, and we will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.